Also on tonight's programme, hiring people with criminal convictions, a failure to vet officers in sensitive posts. The police watchdog accuses Scotland Yard of fundamental flaws in its approach to corruption. Can a new commissioner stop the rot?
Well, there'll be more from here later, but let's go over to Kathy now in our new Leeds studio.
Thanks, Krish. Not fit for purpose. That is the damning indictment of Scotland Yard's approach to tackling corruption within its ranks. A report from Her Majesty's Inspectorate of Constabulary said the force appeared arrogant, secretive and lethargic. The watchdog also said whoever becomes the Met's new commissioner must make rooting out corruption an absolute priority in order to restore the public's trust. Jane Death reports. Let's speak now to the author of the report, Matt Parr. Mr. Parr, were Met officers indifferent to corruption or ignorant of it, or both?
Well, I think a bit of ignorance, certainly, of how serious the problems run. I think it's unfair to cast everybody as not caring about this. It's just that there were too many things going wrong.
Well, now, it's only supposed to be a mini-budget, but the Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, is facing an outsized list of demands for his spring statement tomorrow as the spiralling cost of living hits households and businesses alike. He's sought to play down expectations of tax cuts and extra spending, but there is growing speculation he could announce a cut to fuel duty. Our North of England correspondent, Claire Fallon, joins me now. Claire, put us in the picture. What are you hearing from the Treasury?
Well, this month, fuel prices in the UK have gone up at their fastest rate on record. That will come as no surprise, I'm sure, to people who have been to a petrol station in the last few days. But the figures really are pretty staggering. Go back 12 months ago when it was costing about £70 to fill up an average car. Now it's about £90. Make that £100 if it's diesel.
Well, joining me now is Dave Innes, who's the head of economics at the Joseph Rowntree Foundation, which investigates and campaigns on poverty issues. You heard Helia saying there that there's a bit of a tax windfall because of increasing tax receipts. What should be the Chancellor's priority if he does splash the cash, which we're not particularly expecting?
Well, so I think all of us are worried about rising prices at the moment, as your piece highlighted. You know, we're seeing that when we go to the pumps. The right thing for him to do would be to uprate benefits in line with inflation, so by the 8% that we expect rather than the 3% cut it. And anything falling short of that, the result will actually be rising poverty and rising hardship for too many people.
But those are eye-watering figures. And, you know, the Chancellor says the uncertainty of global shocks is concerning and he wants to be cautious, so he's not loading more debt onto future generations. He's got a point, hasn't he?
So, of course, there are decisions the Chancellor has to take, but actually he's got much more room for manoeuvre than he expected.